The 1997 United Kingdom 50 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II holds a distinctive place in British numismatic history, marking the final year of the original large-size 50p coin, before its redesign into a smaller, lighter version later the same year. Introduced in 1969, the 50p coin was initially part of the UK's transition to decimalisation, officially completed in 1971. The original design was groundbreaking at the time. The coin was heptagonal, with 7 sides forming an equilateral curved heptagon, allowing to roll smoothly in machines like a round coin, yet offering easy tactile and visual recognition. The 1997 50p coin belongs to this large format, which had a diameter of 30.0 millimeters and a weight of 13.5 grams, significantly larger and heavier than its successor. This version of the 50p coin was minted from a copper-nickel alloy, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-white metallic sheen. The obverse of the coin bears a third definitive portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Raphael Maklouf in 1985. In this portrait, the Queen wears a George IV state diadem, a circle of diamonds with alternating crosses and floral emblems, including roses, thistles, and shamrocks, representing the nations of the UK. The inscription surrounding the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg, FD 1997 inch, an abbreviation of the Latin phrase De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This formal title is a centuries-old tradition, affirming the monarch's dual role as head of state and protector of the Church of England. The reverse design of the 1997 50p coin features a seat of Britannia, a traditional symbol of British strength and unity, facing right. She holds a trident in one hand and a shield bearing the Union Jack in the other, with a lion resting loyally at her feet. This classic imagery of Britannia dates back to Roman times and has appeared on British coinage in various forms since the reign of Charles II in the 17th century. The inclusion of Britannia on the 50p further embedded a sense of continuity, stability, and national pride. The word 50 pence is inscribed beneath the design in capital letters. The reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside, a prominent British artist and coin designer, and remained in use for the standard 50p coin from its inception in 1969 through to the coin's redesign in 2008, except for years when commemorative issues were released. What makes the 1997 issue particularly significant is that it was the last year the Royal Mint produced a large-size 50p coins for general circulation. The following year, in 1998, the coin was reduced in both diameter to 27.3 millimeters and weight to 8.0 grams to make it more practical for everyday use. As a result, the 1997 coin stands as the final representative of a nearly 30-year era. It is important to note that 1997 saw no commemorative 50p coin releases. Only the standard Britannia reverse was minted. Thus, it is not uncommon for collectors to seek out this specific year as a last-of-its-kind piece. The Royal Mint issued millions of these coins, so the mintage figure was relatively high, estimated at around 60 million, meaning it is not especially rare in circulated condition. However, uncirculated and proof versions are far scarcer and are of greater value to collectors, particularly in mint condition or as part of official Royal Mint coin sets. The coin's broad, heavy structure gives it a solid feel in the hand, and older Britons often recall it fondly as a familiar staple of premillennium coinage, now absent from circulation. As time has progressed, the large-format 50p coins from before 1997 have become increasingly scarce in everyday life, due to the Royal Mint's demonetization of the old-size coins in October 1998. This means that the 1997 large-size 50p is no longer legal tender, and it cannot be spent or used in shops, but it remains a collectible and historic coin. The coin can still be traded among collectors, dealers, and numismatic institutions, where it is appreciated not just for its monetary design, but as a physical representation of a transitional moment in modern British currency history. The demonetization of these older 50p coins was part of a broader plan to make coinage more efficient and reduce production and handling costs. The redesign was also in line with growing public demand for more manageable coins, as the original 50p had always been regarded as rather bulky, for regular use. Despite its obsolescence in commerce, the 1997 coin holds nostalgic, artistic, and historical value. It symbolizes the end of an era when coins were large, weighty, and designed with classical motifs, before the Royal Mint shifted towards smaller, more commemorative, and contemporary designs In summary, the 1997 50 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II represents the swan song of Britain's original decimal coinage system in its original physical form. With its elegant depiction of Britannia, regal portrait of the Queen, and substantial heft, it bridges the traditional symbolism of older British coins with the practical needs of a modernizing society. While not rare, its status as a final large 50p ensures it is a fixture in any complete British coin collection. Today, it stands not only as currency, but as a testament to nearly 3 decades of design continuity, the enduring image of Britannia, and the quiet majesty of Elizabeth II's reign at the close of the 20th century. Collectors often see it as a milestone coin, one that marks both an end and a beginning in British numismatic evolution. The next top. The 2002 United Kingdom 50 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II represents a significant part of British numismatic history, blending both functional currency and commemorative symbolism. This coin, part of the decimal coinage system first introduced in 1968, reflects the ongoing evolution of British currency under Queen Elizabeth II's reign and carries cultural and historical meaning. The 50 pence coin is well known for its distinctive heptagonal shape, an equilateral curved 7-sided form, which makes it instantly recognizable both by touch and sight. By 2002, this shape had already become iconic in the UK's decimal coinage system. The obverse of the 2002 50p coin features the 4th definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by renowned sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy, introduced in 1998, replaced the earlier portrait by Raphael Maklauf and was noted for its realism and maturity. Unlike the idealized earlier versions, Rank Broadley's depiction shows the Queen with greater detail and accuracy, including a more natural expression, visible age, and the tiara she often wore in official portraits, the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II DG Reg, FD, which is an abbreviation of the Latin De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional legend reflects the monarch's constitutional and religious roles within the United Kingdom and its Commonwealth. The reverse of the standard 2002 50p coin, if not a commemorative edition, depicts Britannia, the personification of Britain, designed by Christopher Ironside. This classic image shows Britannia seated beside a lion, holding a trident in one hand, and a shield bearing the Union flag in the other. This design had been used since the decimalization of British currency in 1969, and remained a key national symbol on coins until it was replaced in 2008. Britannia's presence on the coin reflects a deeply embedded cultural identity rooted in maritime strength, resilience, and national pride. The word 50 pence and the numerals 50 are also inscribed on the reverse, clearly denoting the denomination. However, 2002 also marked the release of a special commemorative version of the 50p coin celebrating the 50th anniversary of the accession of Queen Elizabeth II to the throne in 1952. This golden jubilee coin features a unique reverse design by Ian Rank Broadley, different from the standard Britannia motif. In this design, a stylized portrait of the Queen is surrounded by a broad border filled with a pattern of crowns and the inscription Queen Elizabeth II 1952 to 2002. This commemorative issue was a celebration of 50 years of dedicated service and was widely collected by the public and numismatists alike. The obverse of the commemorative coin still bore Rank Broadley's standard effigy of the Queen. As for specifications, the 2002 50p coin, whether standard or commemorative, is made of cupronickel, an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 8.00 grams and has a diameter of 27.3 millimeters. The coin's thickness is approximately 1.78 millimeters, and its shape remains the same 7-sided configuration, which was originally chosen not only for easy identification, but also to ensure the coin would function smoothly in vending machines and coin slots. The coin is struck in both circulated and uncirculated versions, and proof versions were produced for collectors. Circulation coins were minted in large quantities by the Royal Mint and distributed through banks and shops, while the proof and uncirculated coins were sold in commemorative packs and collector sets. Historically and culturally, the 2250p coin occupies an important place. It not only reflects the continuity of Queen Elizabeth II's rule, who by then had already become Britain's longest-serving monarch since Queen Victoria, but also symbolizes the stability of the British monarchy at the turn of the millennium. The coin's release came at a time when the UK was both reflecting on its rich past and stepping into the future with a renewed sense of national identity. The Golden Jubilee celebrations that year saw millions of people participate in events across the UK and Commonwealth, and the commemorative 50p coin served as a tangible keepsake of this royal milestone. Collectors often differentiate between the regular circulation 50p coins and the commemorative edition due to the difference in design and relative scarcity. While the standard Britannia reverse 50p was produced in high numbers for general use, the commemorative Golden Jubilee version had a more limited mintage. The exact number of minted coins depends on the type, circulation, brilliant uncirculated, or proof, and collector interest has grown over time, particularly for the higher quality versions in mint condition, or those in original presentation packaging. Value-wise, standard 2250p coins remain common and are typically worth their face value, unless in uncirculated or proof condition. However, the commemorative Golden Jubilee versions can be more desirable, especially in sets or pristine quality. In conclusion, the 2250 pence coin of the United Kingdom is more than just a piece of everyday currency. It is a symbolic artifact that captures the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's monarchy, the artistic and functional design excellence of modern British coinage, and a celebratory marker of national unity. Whether viewed as a standard Britannia piece or the more ornate Golden Jubilee commemorative edition, the 2250p coin remains a cherished and historically resonant part of the British numismatic collection. Through its design, metallic composition, inscriptions, and cultural context, the coin tells a rich story of national identity, royal heritage, and the enduring value of tradition in a changing modern world. The next top. The 2005 United Kingdom 50 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a compelling numismatic piece that blends modern minting standards with deep historical and cultural significance. This coin belongs to the broader family of British decimal coinage introduced in 1971, and by 2005 it had become an integral part of everyday British life, while simultaneously serving as a platform for commemorating national heritage and achievements. The 50p coin of this year carries the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and can feature either the standard Britannia reverse or one of the special commemorative designs issued that year. To fully understand this coin's value, context, and numismatic relevance, we must examine its design, symbolism, historical context, technical specifications, circulation variations, and its legacy in British coinage. The obverse front of the 2005 50 pence coin bears the fourth definitive portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS, a renowned British sculptor. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and continued to appear on all UK coinage until 2015. Rank Broadley's portrayal is distinct for its realism, showing the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry she received as a wedding gift in 1947. Unlike earlier, more stylized portraits, this image portrays a more mature and authoritative monarch, in keeping with the Queen's age and stature at the time. Around the portrait, the inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. FD 2005 inch, which stand for Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina. Fidei Defensor, Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This regal and classical inscription connects the modern coinage with centuries of monarchic tradition, underlining the Queen's constitutional and spiritual roles. There are two main types of 50p coins issued in 2005, the standard circulation Britannia reverse, and a special commemorative edition honoring the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. The regular 2005 50 pence coin features a classic Britannia design by Christopher Ironside, used from 1969 until 2008. This image depicts Britannia seated, facing right, wearing a helmet and holding a trident in her left hand while her right hand rests on a shield bearing the Union flag. The sea flows behind her, and beside her rests a lion, a traditional symbol of Britain. This image harks back to Roman iconography and was first used on British coinage in the 17th century under Charles II. It signifies national strength, peace, and maritime prowess, representing the United Kingdom's enduring spirit and global maritime legacy. The denomination 50 pence is inscribed below. In addition to the standard version, a special commemorative 50p coin was released in 2005 to mark the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, 1945 to 2005. The reverse was designed by Robert Elderton, and it displays a highly symbolic image, a group of people, civilians and soldiers, cheering and waving, reflecting the widespread jubilation and hope that accompanied victory in Europe V-Day. The inscription reads 1945 to 2005 and 50 pence. This coin celebrates the resilience and sacrifice of the British people and their allies during the Second World War and commemorates one of the most emotionally charged moments in. Technical specifications. Denomination, 50 pence 50p. Issuing country, United Kingdom. Year of issue, 2005. Metal composition, copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight, 8.00 grams. Diameter, 27.3 millimeters. Shape, equilateral curve heptagon, 7-sided. Edge, plain, no inscription or milling. The distinctive 7-sided shape, equilateral curve heptagon, is a hallmark of the UK 50p, engineered so that the coin has the same diameter when measured across any two opposite points, allowing it to roll smoothly in vending machines despite its irregular shape. The total number of standard 50p coins minted for circulation in 2005 was a few million, ensuring widespread availability, while commemorative World War II coin was minted in both circulated and uncirculated formats, including brilliant uncirculated BU, silver-proof, and gold-proof editions aimed at collectors. The commemorative coin saw a limited mintage compared to the standard version, increasing its appeal among collectors. These were often sold by the Royal Mint in presentation packs to mark the solemnity and historic nature of the event. In circulated condition, the standard 2005 50p coin holds face value in the UK, though collectors often seek well-preserved or uncirculated examples. The World War II commemorative 50p, particularly in uncirculated or proof condition, can command a premium. Values fluctuate depending on market demand, condition, grading, and rarity of the version. The silver-proof edition, struck in .925 sterling silver, is especially desirable among numismatists for its beauty and limited production. 2005 was a year of reflection in the United Kingdom, marking 6 decades since the end of the Second World War, an event that forever altered the global balance of power, reshaped Europe, and catalyzed the formation of post-war institutions like the United Nations and NATO. The Queen herself played a symbolic and unifying role throughout these commemorations, and the issuance of the special 50p coin was part of a larger effort to preserve the memories of that defining era. The standard Britannia design, meanwhile, continued to serve as a steadfast symbol of British identity, stability, and sovereignty. The 2005 UK 50p coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II exemplifies the strength of British numismatic tradition, with its elegant blend of continuity and commemoration. Whether bearing the classical Britannia design or honoring the heroic victory and sacrifices of World War II, the coin carries deep symbolic meaning. For collectors and citizens alike, this piece not only represents a unit of currency, but also serves as a miniature monument to British history, monarchy, and collective memory. The dual nature of this coinage, practical money and cultural artifact, makes the 2005 50 pence coin an enduring